Hi, welcome to another episode of About Town. My name is Petero. On this show, we feature members of Solano County who are making a difference in our own county and putting Solano County on the map. With me this afternoon is one of Fairfield's own, Mr. Harry Singh, who's not only a filmmaker, he is an actor. And Harry's here to talk a little bit about the movie that he's making, his little background in how he got into the movies and what he's doing now. So Harry, thank you so much for hanging out with us here about town. Tell me a little bit first, before we get into the movie, about how you became interested in filmmaking.
I was always passionate about liking the movies, watched Bollywood movies, Hollywood movies. Then when I came here, I went to high school and I took the video production class, and then we used to make small movies, like short movies, around 5 minutes. And then I got more passionate about it. Then I came to Solano College. I took the sports and broadcasting class. I took the cinema class.
Yes.
And I learned so much from it that I wanted to make this keep going as a hobby.
Right. What did you do in those classes that prepared you for what it is that you're doing in the movies?
It was pretty much hands-on, so mostly about cameras, where they put the cameras, about where they put the lighting, the behind the scenes and everything, which helped me a lot in the movies. And I mean, I like to act as well, but I also like behind the scenes.
Right.
So I'm also the action director of this movie.
So just doing the production part, seeing what happens behind the scenes, and also being in front of the camera. So you said you're the action director of this movie. First, let me ask, you've done a couple of movies before this one, right?
Yeah, I had done one movie with the same director before this. It's called Believe.
Yes.
And it was a movie about suicide awareness. It was like a short movie, 15, 16 minutes.
That's an important topic, suicide
Yeah.
awareness. And were you a character in that movie?
Yes, I played one of the main leads.
So after that, did you say, I like this, I can do this? Were you behind the camera, or were you always in front of the camera for that movie?
For that movie, I was in front of the camera.
So the second movie, what is the name of the second movie that you're promoting?
2 million.
2 million, and you decided you wanted to be not only in front of the camera, you wanted to be behind the camera.
Yeah.
Let's first talk a little bit about the director. I think you said he also wrote the movie. What was the director's name?
His name is Andrew Chandra. He lives in Modesto. And he's done DJing, he has done editing for last 20, 30 years.
He's originally from Fiji, isn't he?
He's from Fiji, but he's mostly brought up here.
Here in the United States. It's
And then,
wonderful.
he also wrote this movie, he produced this movie, and his sons, they do the camera work for this movie. His wife does the costume.
Right.
It's a whole
The whole family,
Yes.
family movie affair. So he wrote the movie, and it's called 2 Million. Can you tell us a little bit about what that movie is about?
Yes. So this movie is about a little boy Krishna, and he gets kidnapped. I'm playing the father, and the mother and the father. There's a lot of characters in this movie, and he gets kidnapped, and why, what happens? What's the reason? Mostly it's a family business that goes wrong.
Right.
There's a deal that goes wrong,
I see.
and then what happens behind it, and how they're gonna go and fix that. So,
And how long, so this movie takes place in over a period of how long?
the story.
Yeah, the story
is
itself.
basically about one day.
So all of the events happens in one day.
Yeah, but it's we shot it around 6 months.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, it was very difficult to keep the same look for the whole 6, 7 months.
So you're the assistant director, you're the action director, you're also an actor. Tell us a little bit about what does the assistant director do?
Assistant director, well, I talked to the director what he needs. People, who they need, which actors, what time you need them, the cars we need, the props we need, and then just getting those, trying to arrange those together,
Right.
sending messages to actors and
Right.
telling them, sending out scripts, and just letting them know that hey, this is a plan
Right.
so far. And then also on the set, just helping the director, sometimes holding the boom mic, sometimes doing something else.
Right. So you're picking up all the extra stuff that the director does. So it's more than just being behind a camera. It's making sure the actors are there. Make sure you have actors. Make sure they're there. They have their costumes. They're there on time.
Yeah.
The lighting is there. The mics are there. Everything is done. And then you're on schedule. And the location, I would imagine, right?
And the location.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like everybody has done equally the work. My name is the assistant director. So,
Right.
But everyone, the cameramans, the director, he had to hold on boom mic sometimes. Sometimes he had to hold the camera.
Right.
So everybody does different works.
Multitasking, all kinds of different. And go ahead.
Sorry. Since the production is only like 4 to 5 people walking behind the cameras, and there are like 26 actors in front of the cameras.
And so that was your assistant director hat. When you put on your action director hat, what does that entail?
It's a responsible job because you have to make sure that the actors, they're not trained action people. So you have to make sure that they are safe, they don't hurt each other. So we did have practices, we had rehearsals, which made it better for the scenes. And then on the set, it takes time to shoot those scenes. You have to make sure that it comes out right. You have to go check the camera. Then you have to go give them directions.
Oh man, so you're running back and forth?
Yeah, the expression and the camera, the cameraman, you just have to work as a unit.
Yeah.
This movie really teaches about teamwork.
Oh, that's a good lesson to learn from
Yeah.
it, on top of everything else.
Yeah.
It takes a village, literally, right, to take care of and make everybody's doing their job.
Whole movie.
Yeah.
You take our team.
So then so did you choreograph the scenes yourself, or did you have some help?
I mean, like, I talk to director what he wants, how he wants the scene, how to start it, how to end,
Yeah.
and then try to think what can happen, which can lead to that scene. Because it shouldn't be just out of nowhere you start fighting, right?
Right.
The story should go with it.
Exactly. And is it like timed? Which is like, okay, we're going to fight for 2 minutes, or does it just do you have it let it happen organically?
No, you have to, like, first you have to tell them the scenes and what's going to happen, make them rehearsal, them shoot it, and see on the camera if it's right. If it's not right, you have to do it again. If the
Man.
expression is not coming, you have to do it again.
Right.
You have to have the same energy.
Yeah.
But the actors did a very good job pulling that off, and it will show on the screen.
So you were assistant director, you're action director, and then you're the actor. What was your role in the actor?
As an actor, I play Mike Mehta in this movie. I'm a businessman, and my son gets kidnapped.
Oh my gosh. Your son gets kidnapped. So that's the premise of the movie.
My son gets kidnapped.
Okay.
That's all I can tell you.
Okay.
Because I want you to watch the movie, and I want the audience to watch the movie. I don't want to reveal too much.
And on that note, I think it would be a good time to watch the trailer of the movie, okay? So we can see what exactly happens.
Good morning, I'm Whitney Ashford, and I'm live in Modesto, California, where Krishna Mehta was kidnapped earlier today.
Where are they?
Krish, aren't you too young to be wearing aftershave?
Krishna, I want you to do me a favor today, okay? Be good at school.
Okay, I'll be in the clinic in 15 minutes. Bye. Adam, were you able to trace the call?
Look, asshole, this is not a game. Who are you?
Hello, Mr. Mehta. What a pleasant surprise.
Sorry for coming on the shot.
Actually, I was thinking like blue waters, white sand, me, you, on a private beach.
Mr. Mehta, should I go with you? What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
I don't have time for this shit. Whatever I've
This is your son. What do you mean you don't have time?
Fellas, everything appears to be in order. Let's give them 24 hours.
Mr. Mehta is working on getting Krishna back.
Looks like you are not interested in your son's life.
Please, sir, I beg you, don't shoot me!
Wow. That was amazing. It happened in so many different scenes. And it reminded me of a scene from the movie Crash that was the Academy Award winning movie in 2005. There was a scene where the dad in the movie goes to shoot one of the main characters, in the little child in the movie. And so that was a harrowing scene. There's a scene similar to that in this trailer. I hope viewers get to watch it. And just watching this trailer, you got to see so many different scenes. And you said this all takes place in one day. And how long did it take to film the movie itself? The story takes place in one day, but it took how long for you all to film it?
6 to 7 months.
Man.
6 to 7 months.
Everything had to be precise. And what happened in those 6 to 7 months to get all that?
Yeah.
Because your beard had to be just precise. The clothes had to be exactly the same. The sunlight had to be the same because it's the same time of day, right? I mean, how did you manage all that?
Well, I would give the credit to the director because of his direction. He knows what he's doing, what he wants. So it gets better when the director knows what he's doing. It gets easier for us. Then the main thing we have to do is make sure that we keep the same look. Our hair color, the beard size.
Yes. The size of the person.
Yeah.
You can't lose weight and be, in the morning and be, 10 pounds heavier at noon or vice versa.
You can't wait in 2 hours. So you have to just maintain the same look. And I mean, it was challenging because people catch that,
Yes.
People catch what you're doing, all the stuff you're wearing, rings, watches,
Yes.
to maintain it throughout the day. And I think it was challenging, but it was really fun on the sets with everybody there, with eating lunch together,
Right.
like laughing, joking around.
Yeah.
And it was really fun. I miss those days.
Did you, since you were filming it, and you said it was like a family affair, did you, like when the actors were hanging out together, at one point you go, okay, we can change the film in one way because everybody's getting along this way, or was it already set? Like did you add anything to the movie based on the relationships that everyone had? Or
Some scenes were edited, I mean, it was edited to make sense to the movie.
Right.
Which might not be there, but sometimes it just clicks, Okay, we can do this.
Right.
But also some of the dialogues or scenes, if some actor has a better idea of, hey, can I say this instead of this?
Yeah.
And the director likes it, says, yes, do it, As long as it goes with the movie and it's not off the movie. He was pretty open about doing some of the scenes on our own.
Right.
We're improvising some scenes.
Director wrote the movie.
Yes.
He directed the movie, and then he edited the movie. Tell me about that. And produced it.
Yeah.
My goodness. Did we ever talk about the director's name? You tell us his name?
Andrew Chandra.
Andrew Chandra. Right.
He actually worked in LA as an editor.
Right.
So he got his, editing skills from there. Then he did DJ for a while, like 30 years. And I think his movie was his passion,
Yeah.
He always wanted to make. So he started from making the first movie. Then he made another movie, which was better than the first one. This one he went all out
Yes.
to make it bigger and better. And I think it takes a lot of effort to do that. Plus his editing, he did maybe more than 1,000 hours
Wow.
editing.
So that's
Plus-
about 1,000 hours of film.
Plus he works 6-7 days, 10, 12 hours.
Yeah.
He walks into the office, comes back home, edits, go sleep, edit some more, go to work. It's just like, as an actor, our job gets done when the shooting is done. But he kept editing and is still editing.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I think he deserves a lot of credit.
Oh, he's still editing the movie.
Yeah, he is.
So start to finish, from the beginning of the movie, when the first day that you filmed, till when the movie is expected to be done, how long do you think that'll be? You said it took about 6 months to film it.
Yeah, we started actually we started in 2021. We had to reshoot the movie because we went halfway through and sadly the director's dad had passed away. And then his whole family got COVID.
Man,
The cameras were stolen from his vehicle.
my goodness.
It was just back to back everything, Then he had to take a break and get himself together, get the equipment together, get everything together, and all thanks to him and his support from his family, that he still went ahead and did this movie, and all the cast and crew
Yeah.
for sticking together.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And when you film a movie and it's halfway filmed, and then you need other new cameras to film it, the quality is going to be different. You'll be able to notice a difference, right?
Yeah.
So what did you do? How far along were you in the movie before the cameras got stolen?
We were halfway through.
Halfway through.
We were halfway through.
Oh man.
And then the cameras were stolen. Then, the cameras that came in, the red cameras, like 35 grand for a camera.
My goodness.
And then all the mics and everything. And then you can tell the looks of the quality was different.
Right.
So we had to reshoot the whole movie from the beginning. And I think it was a blessing to reshoot it because we got a lot of things right. the
I
second time.
see. Right.
We were
That
more
makes sense.
prepared, we were more detailed, and everybody kind of knew what to do.
Right.
So the second time, everybody's scenes came much better than they did the first time.
Right.
So I think what happens for the good.
Very expensive dress rehearsal.
Yeah.
Right? So the movie's called 2 Million. It is directed by
Andrew Chandra.
Anderson.
Andrew Chandra.
Andrew Chandra. You are also the assistant director, you're the action director, you're also the actor. It's about a child who gets kidnapped. Where can we see this movie and when do you think it's going to come out?
Well, we have
When's
a
the premiere? Yeah.
On July 23rd.
Oh, that's in 2 weeks.
State Modesto Theater. There's going to be a red carpet at 6 p.m.
Wonderful. At the Modesto Theater?
Yeah, State Theater.
Okay,
And,
wonderful.
everybody is welcome. The ticket
What's the
is-
address of that?
Ticket is $10
Okay.
per person. I don't know exactly address, but State Theater Modesto.
Is at the State Theater in Modesto. So it's 2 million. The movie's 2 million. And it is going to be, the premiere is going to be on July 23rd at the State Theater in Modesto at 6 p.m.
Yes.
And the tickets are $10.
Yes.
Harry.
Anybody's welcome. And then I think a few weeks later or a month later,
Yeah.
it's going to come out on Roku TV and Amazon Prime.
And Amazon Prime, Roku TV and Amazon Prime. So after the premiere, you can find it on those. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for coming to visit us. Well, Harry is also from Fiji, and just coming from Fiji to the United States and making movies here. I think that's wonderful and taking advantage of all the opportunities that you have here. I look forward to watching your movie. Again, it's 2 million. It premieres on July 23rd, which is 2 Saturdays from this Saturday, a week from Saturday.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the State Theater in Modesto at 6 p.m. and it's going to be $10. And then after which you will be able to see it on Amazon Prime and Roku TV.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
so
hanging
much for
out with
having me.
us. When you do your next movie, please think of us and come out and promote your movie here.
Sure.
Right? Thank you so much for joining us. This is Anna Petero for another episode of About Town. Cheers.